You're listening to KSVG 89.7 Savage Radio. I'm Squab and this is my Radio Riot, and today is a very special day. In the studio right now we have BloodPenny and De-Tached, and I'm going to let you know off the bat, my show's going to be a little unorthodox today. Usually I play a lot of the stuff that I do for Heresy, a lot more dark stuff, but it's my birthday today, so I'm playing whatever I want. I'm playing all the bands with my favorite songs. I wish I had an 8-hour show because I could not fit all of them in there, but I did the best that I could. So right now I'm going to go around the room and have everyone introduce themselves to you. Right here we have...
I'm Sean, I play drums for BloodPenny.
Hi, I'm Eric Shriek, I sing for BloodPenny.
Hi, I'm Steven, and I play bass in BloodPenny.
I'm Ryan Zaya, I'm the front woman for De-Tached.
Alright, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into another block and then we're going to get into radio. I'm Squab and this is my Radio Riot. If you're just now tuning in, I have some special guests in the studio. I have BloodPenny and I have De-Tached, who will also be at Heresy tonight. I recommend you guys check it out. And I also have I was getting ready to chill out.
Just making sure.
And I have a special guest as well, as always, to help me through the interview, which I love having her in, Princess Darkness herself.
I'm nearly a figurehead.
Alright, so just now you heard from Black Sabbath off their new album 13, and the name of the song is called God Is Dead. I actually think they did a phenomenal job with that album, seeing as how it has all the original members. And then before that I played Black Sabbath as well with Electric Funeral, and I can do that because it's my birthday and I'm playing whatever I want to. But that's the only double up that I have, so don't worry. But right now I'm going to jump into some questions, and I'm going to give the first one to BloodPenny. So when did you start your bands, and how would you describe the music you guys play?
We started in 2007. It was me and Mark, and we didn't talk about what we were into as far as music, but we knew each other from other bands that were influenced by things like Christian Death, Bauhaus. And so we just started writing songs, and God, after about 4 months, we just started playing live. It's weird that you're looking at me because you said you weren't going to look at me.
So we mentioned we're also videotaping this, so...
I'm trying to figure out a different angle, I'm trying to figure it out.
And so we had like 3-4 different singers for a while, for the first year, and then we got Eric. And
Hello!
And that's been like, which is great for tonight's show. It's the classic lineup for BloodPenny. It's the longest lineup. Even though we had people sing one show, and then we fired them.
Now that could happen with some of your guitarists too, correct? Well, maybe
No.
not fired them right away, but you have gone through some lineup changes.
I've never fired a guitar player.
That's not what I was...
I've never fired a guitar player.
But you'll always keep the option open? No, but there have been more than one guitar player, right? Yes, that's where we were going with that.
Last time we were up here, we did have another guitar player. Mark, he stopped playing with us a couple years ago and formed Former Humans, which I played bass in too. But,
oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, for like 6 months. But yeah, we had another guitar player, and now Mark's back.
The prodigal son returns. Okay. Or I guess in this case, as we were saying earlier, the prodigal father returns.
Jeez.
That's okay though.
He's only 25.
At heart?
Yeah.
Well, so is Squab, so there's something they have in common, right? So you guys have been to Heresy before, but you're playing again tonight. Are you excited about, I'm sure Mike told you guys about the changes in the venue and what that means.
The venue looks great. I think it's a lot better than from what I saw before. Well, I mean, we played there before at the place in the alley.
Yeah, you guys played the one that's right across from us here in the alley, but now we've got 3 rooms of music, a much bigger stage for you to work with.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bigger crowd too. You guys nervous?
I'm so nervous. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. Oh my God.
Well, get a few beers in you and you'll be fine, right, Squab?
Yeah. Alright, so the next question I have is actually for De-Tached. First, I would like you to actually, if you could, name off the rest of the members of your band and what they do, and then after that, what instrument they play, and how did you guys start out? What was the original idea behind what you guys were doing besides just making music?
Alright.
Sean Scott is my drummer. Nathan Brutal is my rhythm guitarist. George Oblivion is my lead guitarist, and Tenchi is my bass player. I had been doing music for like 10 years, but it was like a side thing. I never took it serious because I wanted to like be in other bands and tour with these bigger label artists. And after a while of just like seeing every shit bar all over the US, I was kind of like, I want to do my own band. So I was like, let me try and do my thing. And I would say the last 2 years I've really spent the time to brand my band, get a solid lineup, and get some heavier material out that's more in the vein I wanted to do. And that's kind of where it went.
That's awesome. So have you had change up like within people in the band, within times you've had the band going, different people in different spots?
Well, that's the way bands are. I mean, some people work out and some don't. It's just, you know, it's a collaborative process, and if you're on track, it's awesome, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah. So what style of music would you place yourself in as genre-wise? I know we were kind of talking about that earlier. I know it's a struggle, but I'm just curious to see what you think, or what you would like to be placed in, or for what reason, you know?
I mean, it's definitely a rock band, but it's got heavy electronic elements to it. I'd say like influences are like Rammstein, Gravity Kills, Stabbing Westward,
Okay.
that type of music.
Nice. All right. Well, right now I'm going to jump into some more music, and then we'll get back to the interview. Right here is a band that I love. I was following them for a while, and I was actually extremely stoked to see them about a week ago. They came to town. This band is Sinner Sinners. They're from France, and they just moved here. They're living in LA now, and they're actually starting to finally blow up, which I'm really excited about. So this is Sinner Sinners with Cadaver.
Oh, that's that show I missed last week.
So right now we're going to jump back into the interviewing. So I have a question for De-Tached. So right now, are you independent artists or are you signed? And what are the benefits to this you feel like on both sides either way?
We're an independent band, so to speak. We have our own distribution, our own website, do our own merchandising. I mean, right now with the way technology is, it's super easy to do it your own, cut out the middle guy. I mean, it's really not worth being on a label unless you're like a pop or like a country band. Like 10 cents on a couple million is fine, but if you're a rock band or metal band or something smaller, goth band, like, it's way better to go independent.
Well, like you said, we were talking earlier, you also said that you've been kicked out of the studio for other artists, correct?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's bigger artists that can afford $2,200 for like a 6-hour block. I'm very lucky to use those studios and get the discounted rate, but there's additional rules that come with that.
And it's all money, right? That's all it's based off of is how much income they can make based off of selling it out. So that's why you get pushed to the side.
Well, it's a studio's job to make money. I'm just grateful I was able to get in and use it when I could.
That's cool. Alright, so for BloodPenny, I'm going to ask the famous question that always gets asked all the time, but it's still... what are some of the best experiences you've had with your band, and like what are the best venues and why? Like what's the reason behind this, whether it's partying or music or the people or the setup or whatever?
It's definitely the people, and I mean the venue always helps. We've played at Bar Sinister like four times. That's always great. The sound is so amazing there. But we opened for Peter Murphy a couple years ago.
They oversold.
And they oversold it. Talk about like this perfect sound on stage. Even we played with UK Subs. We opened for UK Subs, and they had it was the first time I'd ever been on stage with there was a sound guy and a house guy. So it was like two different sounds. So everything sounded perfect on stage. But you know, definitely the crowd. I remember last time we played Heresy, we started off and we were about, I don't know, 3 seconds into the first song, and everyone was like 10, 15 feet away, and it was like, no. You gotta come right up to the front, because the closer you are in my face and to us, the harder we play, the more we get into it, because we're doing this, and then you do that, and it just goes back and forth, and that's what it's about, I think.
That's really cool. Yeah, feed off of the crowd.
You have to. There's so much energy. Yeah,
exactly.
They paid money to see you, and I don't think I mean, I guess if you're shy, you can stand where you want, but there's always people that want to get right in your face. That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like seeing those wallflowers in the corner that even if they don't want to get up right in front of the band, they're still like enjoying it in their own way. maybe standing off to the side, beer in one hand, bebopping along a little bit.
I'll
That's
follow
me.
him out the door. Like, if somebody needs to leave early and the microphone cord is long enough, I'll just
He
follow
will.
them.
He'll
You know
go into the
what?
crowd.
I have heard
He's
this
gone
about
into
you.
the crowd.
I have heard this about you actually. I don't know if you guys got to listen to my show Thursday night,
I
Waves
did.
of Darkness, and Mike Fowler was a guest, and we were talking about the upcoming Heresy show and how you guys would be there, and he was talking all about Eric, your stage presence, and he's like, "That's right, you haven't seen BloodPenny live yet," and I was like, "No, I haven't. I'm a fan of their music, but I have not seen them live. Why? What am I missing?" And you proceeded to tell me not to be scared. You weren't going to come off the stage at me, but he said that
He will.
that's how it looks. That you
You're a
stare
target
people
now.
It didn't happen
down.
last time. Now I feel compelled to do something.
Yeah.
Just don't hurt me. You can hurt Squab though. It's his birthday and he's into that.
Right.
He goes into the crowd.
So are you going to be targeting people? What's the process here? Can I throw people I don't like in front of you for target practice, or how do we work this
It's
out?
not targeted. It's all about what Steven was saying. It does really just depend on the energy of the room and the crowd. If the energy is really good, I don't have to work very hard for it just to be reflected right back at them. And if the energy is really poor, then I just have to try really,
Search
really
it
hard.
out,
And
yeah.
so then I tend to be a little more savage in my approach.
And what about you, Rain? You're obviously the front woman of De-Tached, so you want to talk to us a little bit about your stage presence and or persona?
I guess the stage persona is kind of a little metal. I don't know. We kind of move around, headbang. You know, sometimes there's little pits. San Jose, we had a little weird dance pit thing. It's very interesting.
Nice.
So
I was wondering, how has social media like Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, whatever, has it helped you guys or benefit you, or has it been a downfall? What are the positives and negatives of that? How do you guys feel about that in general?
I think it's mostly good. I don't know how many new people we're actually reaching, but I know it definitely keeps the people that want to keep up with us informed of what's happening next. So for that reason, it's good, being able to keep up on the Facebook pages. I know we have a Twitter page, but I don't think I've visited it ever, so I don't know how that's going. And so yeah,
We have a MySpace page.
we have a MySpace
Nice.
page. I think we probably still do. That would not surprise me in the least.
No, we do.
Hold the
Does
mic up to
YouTube
your
benefit
mouth.
at all? I feel like
Hold the
YouTube would
mic
be
up to
one of
your
the things.
YouTube is a double-edged blade. You get
Yeah.
a lot of embarrassing things on there as well as lots of glorious things. So
Yeah.
it's kind of all out there. You know, you get all the, I think it's good because I like seeing people warts and all, and you get to see all of it. But it definitely.
I actually saw a YouTube video of me riding Space Mountain at Disneyland, because it was tagged BloodPenny, and it's one of the first things that comes up.
That's so awesome. I'm so gonna go home and
And,
YouTube that.
and all you see is lights and
Yeah.
some screaming, and it's over. Yeah, so you get that. Which
Do you
is,
get that stupid Splash Mountain face thing that they do at the end? Do you have one of those?
It was-
Where you're kind of like,
It was,
That
no, it was
would be
Space Mountain actually on this one.
oh, Space Mountain. They
Yeah.
don't do stupid face on Space Mountain? Man, that would've been cool.
Yeah, it was real cool.
I'm definitely know what I'm
It was
YouTubing
real cool.
in my next bout of insomnia.
Yeah, it's really good if you're trying to promote something.
Yeah, it's like, right, here's me on Space Mountain.
Yeah, that's great.
So Rain, how does De-Tached take advantage of social media? I saw you guys have a really legit looking website, lots of great information there, a lot of time and effort you can tell went into that. But on top of that, how are you guys incorporating social media into what you do?
3 seconds.
I mean, social media is a powerful tool if you know how to use it. It's all about creating content and keeping it consistent with people that have similar content, so you kind of help each other out. Because if it's like one person just putting up some random content, it's not going to hit as hard as 10 people with similar content sharing. So it's all about networking and networking with the right people. And also, giving people a little bit of incentive. I mean, you shouldn't give away everything for free, because then, you're saying your art isn't worth anything. But it's okay to give a couple songs or a couple ringtones. But in general, I think artists need to start charging for their material, because that's how we keep the industry going.
Exactly. And that website that she's talking about is detached.com. That's DETACHED.com. I checked that out. It's really professional. It looks really nice. If you want any more information about them, they've got everything on there. But we're going to try and get into a lot more questions so you guys can understand and get a little more personal with all of these guys.
But first, let's talk about why these guys are here, because we haven't talked too much about that
I
tonight.
was just getting ready to think about that too. Tonight is Heresy Night. Be there. It's going to be off of Buck Owens at a Replay Lounge. Doors open at 10. It's a $10 cover charge, 21 and up. Or, sorry, 18 and up. It's 18 and up, that's right. I apologize.
All you baby bats, you have something to do on a Saturday night for once in your life.
Come out. It's going to be amazing. We have 3 rooms. The first room you enter will be my room, the Pit. I'm going to be playing post-punk, old school punk, psychobilly, a little bit of goth. And then we have a fetish room for all you kinksters that want to get whipped and shocked and poked and whatever.
Cow prodded, shamed.
And then there's going to be like EBM and industrial. And then Princess Darkness has the main dance hall where the stage is. And I'm going to let her tell you about that.
You bet your ghost I do. I'll be spinning on the main dance floor. So there's going to be a lot of action in this room tonight. Because that's what we do. We bring the action. But of course, on top of De-Tached and BloodPenny and myself thrown down to the jams in between, there are also some prizes going to happen too. And all I can say about that is there will be blood. So we're definitely going to keep you entertained on the dance floor. I have a lot of music lined up that I've been waiting to play for like a month since the last Heresy. I didn't get to fulfill some of the requests that I had last month. So all of you that requested and went, man, Princess Darkness didn't play my jam. Chill out. It's going to happen. Pump your brakes. Get a cocktail. Life goes on. I will be playing some of those for you tonight. So,
right now I have a question for, actually this question is going to pertain to both of you because I know we have some things going on we talked about without the mic being on. So right now I'm going to just start off with De-Tached because we specifically talked about this and it sounds like she's got a lot going on. You have a big year planned for 2014? Do you have anything going on? Are you recording right now? Are you putting anything out? What's going on with your whole deal right now?
We spent last year recording all the material we're going to release this year, and the last thing we were doing was, studio, nice mic. That's all done. It's been mixed and mastered, and now we have these timed releases for this year. We're going to be putting out When the Dead Arise, Void of Silence, Fate's Reflections, and Beyond the Grey.
Oh wow, okay, so you have multiple albums. That's really awesome. Now, do those albums have a different sound? Why did you break it up into 4? Was it just because you had so much music, or are there different styles on there, or different approaches you're trying to take?
They're kind of conceptual. Some are a little heavier, some are a little softer. They're broken up by the type of feel we wanted to convey.
That's awesome. I actually really appreciate when bands try and go outside of their little box, and try and do different things, or try and perfect their music, or try and even take different approaches. That's really cool. So, what would you say mainly? Like the 2 softer ones, 2 harder ones? Or is it all kind of just a flow thing, extra songs, so you put it onto another album?
I mean, all the albums have a bit of dynamics, but I would say the softest one is going to be Fate's Reflections, and the heavier is probably going to be Void of Silence.
So what does that stem from exactly? Is it softer, more, is there some kind of personal connection within the heavier or the softer or whatever based on whatever you're trying to portray with your life or music, or is it just you're just trying to experiment and have fun with it and try and go outside of what you normally do?
Well, there's performance songs, songs you play live, and then there's album songs that, you don't necessarily want to do live, but they're good songs. They're worth, putting down and keeping them forever.
That's cool. So do you have some surprises for Heresy Night? Maybe bust out a couple of songs that people might not expect in the middle of whatever the chaos is you have to bring to the table.
We're gonna play a couple new ones. We tried them out at
Awesome.
San Jose and got a really good response.
That's cool.
Like I said, the little mini dance pit thing, it's pretty awesome. So we'll see how it goes here.
All right, so I hate to repeat the same question, but I mean, that's a really good question. What does BloodPenny have going on right now as of 2014? Do you have new albums? Do you have special shows coming up? Do you
I
have
have a couple of shows. There's one downtown LA on the 22nd, which is 2 Saturdays from now, and one in Fullerton on the 29th, I believe.
And a couple more.
And a couple more that we probably will have in April and further on. Also, you can keep up to date on that at bloodpenny.com.
There you go, bloodpenny.com. That's a good way to check out everything that's going
We
on.
might go into the studio as well. We have some new material, so we might
Awesome.
be doing another 3. We seem to do 3-song EPs and just So we might do that.
So you guys working on something right now? Is that what you're saying? Like secretly right now?
We already worked on it. We're playing it live tonight.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
It's our
See, right
concept
there,
album.
people, that is a reason to come out to Heresy tonight.
Your concept album, so does that mean your Sgt. Pepper's coming out on stage?
It is our
Sgt.
Pepper.
Pepper.
It's a gatefold album.
Oh, man.
It's 147 minutes long.
But not self-indulgent whatsoever, right?
No, not at all.
Hey, we were talking earlier too during the jams about merch. So there's going to be some swag for each of these bands available for the spendy Heresy Club goers. Yes.
Yes, we're gonna have CDs and T-shirts. We are running like discount packages and combos, so the more stuff you buy, the better price you'll get. So please take some of it off of my
People buy in
hand,
bulk.
because
Cheaper.
it doesn't fit in my car. So please help me out.
And BloodPenny will have T-shirts, and I'm just gonna give. There'll be the. I'll give away CDs, and we have a lot of stickers. I'll probably give those away too.
stickers.
Dibs. I say dibs. That's
Stickers.
what I
I'm
say.
gonna
Well,
roll
we're getting
out
there
the
first, so we
stickers
always
and
get
stuff.
dibs,
We need to
right?
put a sticker on here.
Yeah.
We vandalized this with bands.
I'll run down and grab some stickers and things like that.
And you know, Mark also told me I could pay you $5 for a vial of your blood. True? False?
That is true.
Okay. Good. I've been searching for some of that, so I'll hit you up later.
There
about
you go.
that.
Everyone
Okay.
at Heresy, you can come out and get a vial of this blood, but hopefully not too many people will come, otherwise you're going to get all queasy. You'll not be able to play
Just
on
drink
stage.
plenty
but
of fluids first.
I think you
You'll be
just
fine.
open a floodgate. You don't even know the people that are coming to Heresy tonight.
That's true.
Everyone's going to be wearing a little vial of your blood around their neck tonight.
Yeah, the Heresy Club goers are freaks. They might think we're serious about this.
We'll make sure and get you a cookie and some orange juice afterwards.
In fact, you know what? Heresy Club goers are such freaks. You know what I'm trying to talk Mike into right now? Of course, we have the Sanctum Fetish Room. BloodPenny, you guys have played there before, but this will be new to you. There's a whole room dedicated to getting freaky. I'm trying to talk Mike into having a bikini-clad woman in the corner in one of those blue plastic kiddie pools filled with ground beef, just squishing it between her toes. I feel like there's no market for this yet, and I feel like we could be first at Heresy. So I'm gonna need you guys to get on board with this idea, support it, and tell Mike how you were really hoping to see a girl squishing ground beef between her toes at Heresy tonight, okay? So do me solid. I'll buy your blood, you do that for me, okay,
I
Steven?
like girls and I like ground beef. I'm just not sure if.
The two can
Yeah,
go together.
the combination is probably not that great. I like them separated.
All I say is, I think the rules of the Sanctum Lounge are come with an open mind, is that right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Foot
Oh, there's
nachos.
rules.
Foot nachos, oh gross.
I'm down for the nacho thing.
Well, in case there's any vegans in the audience, I guess we could have like a tofurkey squishing or something like that.
Alright, I'm gonna cut you off.
I digress, I'm sorry.
We need to get to a commercial break right now.
Do you want to see something funny? Steven, stick your hand. You see that purple folder? Is there a bottle right there too?
A bottle?
Is there a bottle in that person?
What was there a Jack Daniels bottle?
No, my emergency stash of holy water.
There we go.
Is my holy water gone?
We
Really?
got some BloodPenny on our table now.
Somebody stole my holy water, Squab.
There's a little tiny
Right
bottle
there.
there.
No, not my
She's
little
got, like,
one.
9 of them hidden in
I
there.
do. I keep. This place is scary at night. Like, that's all I'll say. There are some.
kind of sketchy.
If you are into the paranormal, hang out here for a late shift.
Yeah.
And like you'll just be standing here, you're the only one in a locked building by yourself, and all of a sudden you feel right next to you.
Really?
Oh dude, it freaks me out. Sometimes the doors, I keep all of those other doors across the hall closed when it's me because I don't want to stare into like a dark room, you know? And I'll turn around and they're open. Yeah, I'm like, dude, this sucks. Or like that squeaky door around the corner that you gotta open, you'll hear it open and never hear it close again, and you go look and it was never open in the first place, kind of stuff. And then other people have had scarier experiences where like somebody came in or supposedly like
Dude, I always hear Greg's keys
Pressed on the
walking up
glass.
these fucking doors.
like slam their hands up against the window, and then you go and look, and it's like midnight when this happens, and like you go and look, and you see that hallway, you'll see if somebody's coming or going, like nobody's there, kind of shit. So I keep holy water around.
KSVG 89.7 Savage Radio. I am Squab. This is my radio riot. We've got about 15-20 more minutes left before PRG comes in and rocks your world. But right now I have special guests in the studio. I've got BloodPenny and De-Tached. And I also have my wonderful hostess, Princess Darkness.
Holler at you, goth.
So, right now, you just heard from Wire, and the name of that song was called Mannequin. Before that, I played some X-Ray Specs with Oh Bondage Up Yours. And then right before them, coming to LA, we had The Dam with Neat Neat Neat. But right now, we're going to jump into some more questions. Why don't you go ahead and take the lead on this one, Princess Darkness? I almost messed up.
I don't know what you want me to do right now. What are we talking about?
We're talking about bands.
Oh. Yeah, I guess we have a couple of those here. Well, you know what? Actually, I heard an interesting piece of information about you just in passing, Rain, and I was hoping you could elaborate for us. You're a military woman. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm a reservist. I joined the military at 17 and I stayed in the Army for about 5 years, then I switched to Air Force Reserve, and then I broke my arms and had a break in service for a little while. And 2 years ago I got back in the Army, but I lucked out and got the same unit I deployed with, so really good unit. It's like my second family. The camaraderie is awesome. I'm hoping now that I have my bachelor's degree, they'll promote me up to direct commission officer.
That's awesome.
So have you served like overseas in the war effort, or have you always been here? But you've been stationed overseas somewhere?
I deployed in 2003 for OIF and Enduring Freedom.
Where were you?
Kuwait, Iraq.
Oh, wow.
I know this is a ridiculous question I'm going to ask both of you because this is probably the one you were expecting earlier, Stephen, that you said, oh no, when I said the classic question, but I just got to know, where did the name De-Tached derive from? Is there a special meaning behind that? Is there a reason why, or what made you decide that was going to be the band's name?
Well, I was really young. It was like 10 years ago, and I just thought it would be a cool name. And the reason I put that little weird hyphen thing in there is when you try to trademark something or copyright something, I can't trademark the number 8. I can't trademark the name Apple. It has to have a crazy symbol, and it has to be very unique. So that little hyphen we put in there allowed us to trademark it and brand it.
I'm actually glad I asked that. That's actually a really good answer. That's really cool. I was expecting some weird thing like, oh, we were drunk at this party, and we're like, oh, that sounds cool. But that was actually, I really liked that answer. That's really cool.
That's the Bill Gates answer.
I mean, it was 10 years ago. I'm really bad at names, as you can see.
No, that's cool though. Well, what about BloodPenny? I know, like I said, it's one of those weak questions, but
I was drunk at this party.
There you go.
No, BloodPenny is one word with the capital P. If you put that in and search it, only one thing can come up.
Nice.
So-
Okay. You're being clever about it.
Well, no, I got that.
It's like those guys have the smog that are like AAA. They're like, hey, smog's the
Yeah,
first
so the first in the phone book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Duran Duran said something about if you look up, and this is obviously before internets and stuff, but when you hear the word Duran Duran, you're either thinking the movie Barbarella or you're thinking the band. So, and I kind of had that in my mind, like, well, BloodPenny, one word. Doesn't really mean anything.
Right on. So that was the main purpose behind it.
That if you...
Just to get attention, just that way.
Yeah.
That's clever, it's smart. I mean, I can't argue with that. If that's what you put in and it comes up and it's the only thing, then I guess you're succeeding. That's awesome, okay.
But I was drunk at a party when I thought.
I'm sure you've all been there. Alright, do you have any more questions, Princess Darkness, or...?
I do for Rain again. Mike and I kind of talked about, because I have not seen you guys live, he was talking about like the horror element of what you guys do live. And he used the word gimmick. I don't know if that's a word you want to use as well, but where did that come from? How do you use it? And what do you think it does for the music that you're creating?
We kind of are a horror band. If you guys ever get a chance to check out our music videos, you'll see they have horror themes to them. It also has helped us with cross-promotion and endorsements. We were fortunate to get endorsements from like RIP Fest, Shriek Fest, the horror actress Denise Gossett. Our stuff got used in a horror feature called Jessica's Room. It also helped us get a couple magazine placements like Rock Article RU, Bunker Magazine 9 or something, and they were nice enough to stick one of our songs in the samplers. And by having the horror community support network, it's kind of like our stuff gets blasted in more places, so it kind of really helps us with free promotion and free marketing, and and in a way we can help these other people marketing too, and like using their products or.
And how will you be bringing that horror tonight at Heresy? Because of course that's what all the listeners care about, is the show they're gonna see. So how is that horror gonna be present tonight?
It's a secret, they have to come.
Nice, I like that. I agree.
Perfect answer.
You should all just come out and find out what it's about.
Yeah,
You don't need
BloodPenny,
details.
do you have anything clever to say like that? No? Just that you were drunk at a party? Yeah, okay.
You know, I used to do blood at our shows and like spit blood and shit. And one time it coagulated on my bass and it ruined the entire show.
Was it your blood?
No, it was just like movie blood, you know.
Oh, okay.
And it
I would have really liked it if it had
really
been your
screwed
blood.
everything up.
Tonight we're doing the jazz.
Right on. Alright, well, we're going to get back into some music. We'll do one more question before I end after I do this block. But right now, one of my favorites, this is UK Subs with Warhead. I am Squab. This is my Radio Riot. And right now, I'm going to ask a couple more questions, play one more song, and I'm going to get out of here. But make sure that you guys come out to Heresy Night. Once again, BloodPenny and De-Tached will be there. It's going to be amazing. Doors open at 10 p.m. It's a $10 cover charge. 18 and up. We got booze, we got beer, we got go-go dancers, we got people who spank you and shock you and poke you. It's going to be amazing. And it's my birthday, so come out just because I said so and buy me a shot or something. So let's party. But
As
anyway.
Squab continues to salute himself
Yeah, of course. Why
on
not?
this most
It's my
sacred
day.
of holidays.
Exactly.
Squab's birthday.
Alright, so, actually we, first time ever had this, we have a listener question. I'm going to let Princess Darkness take care of that.
Yeah, we had a listener that was listening to this last segment when Ray and you were talking about your time in the military. And the listener asked for the story behind how you broke your arms.
This sucks. It's not even a really good answer. Like, I wish it was a cool, awesome hero medic thing, but it was a lame freak accident, goober injury. I fell down the stairs and broke both of my radial heads, and they casted me, so I was basically hugging myself, and I couldn't
Did you
even
have like the vampire pose?
I couldn't even brush my teeth or like
Oh, no.
brush my hair, so my best friend would like take care of that. And one time she tried to draw my eyebrows on and I looked like Dr. Wario.
That's friendship right there.
And I was just so sad. I was like trying to wash my face on a washcloth on the sink and I couldn't do it, so it was like a big smudge.
Oh my god.
And like all I could do is just like hug myself and be like, it's gonna be okay. Just sad. But yeah, I was like that for 6 months and she took care of me. I mean, that is a best friend. Like,
That is the best
Yeah.
friend.
not even my parents were like, yeah, come home, we'll take care of you. Like, my best friend's like, oh, I got you. She took care of me and
That's a good friend.
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
I got better and I can do push-ups and I'm strong again, so it's good.
Right on.
I think there's an old Chinese proverb that says friends don't let friends go without eyebrows, so at least you had a friend on your side. You know, I once broke this arm as well. I don't remember the bone or anything, but it was my 21st birthday.
That's her left.
And I fell off a bar stool and broke my arm on my 21st birthday. But I was so drunk that no one believed me that it was broken. So they were just telling me, walk it off, you're drunk, you're stupid, whatever. And the next day I woke up and my arm was swollen twice its normal size. And I was in a cast for 6 weeks. I couldn't wash my hair, but nobody cared about my eyebrows. So I guess I don't have a friend as close as yours.
Do you hate hugging yourself now?
I never hug myself. I don't do the vampire corpse pose. Like, I'm just like, arms down, I'm good to go.
Military stance, so.
Yeah. But when my arms broke, it was these weird Gumby, like, tube things. It didn't even look like an elbow. It was weird.
Oh, that's scary.
And there's no pain quite like that one.
I bet.
Alright, well, I'm going to jump back into some music and PRG. Wait, I'm sorry. Is there anything else that BloodPenny wants to say or has any announcements about promotions or anything about that we have going on before we end this show right now?
Come out tonight
Absolutely.
and just, we're going to play like it's our last, because it might be, depending on how much damage everybody does.
Right on.
Or sustains, right? Ooh. May
Alright,
not be ready for Heresy's audience.
I just want to
Oh,
thank
no.
I want to thank Rain from De-Tached and everyone in BloodPenny for coming out. I really appreciate you guys coming to the studio. I hope you guys enjoyed your time. I hope you enjoyed the
Thank you.
interview.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you so much.